So today's topic would be depression, which is like a serious mental illness which people are not aware about. And even if they're going through depression, they're not able to figure out that it's really depression. And it took me a long while to like discover that I was in depression. So I would be talking about depression, how, what caused depression, what were the symptoms of it, how it changed my life and how I got over it, which is like very important for people to understand because it's a serious mental illness which people should cure it now, because it's high time people should be aware of the word depression and they should cure it themselves, because it leads to an unhappy life which I don't want that any one of you should go through it. So I'll be talking about 3 instances in my life which actually led me into depression, and these were things that not happened recently but were from my past life, which affected me in a very 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 bad way. Okay, so depression is defined as a situation or a condition in which your mood is low all the time and there's an aversion to activity and you're feeling low and feeling sick, unhealthy, you feel like crying, you feel agitated, you feel worthless, and there are lot of symptoms that a lot of symptoms of depression. Okay, and I guess I should start by my story because that would help you to relate in some sort. So yeah, so when I was a 13-year-old kid, okay, and I was born as a fat kid, and that was not my fault. I was mocked a lot because of my belly, because I had a huge belly, and I was mocked by it, mocked because of that a lot of times. So when I was 13, I was in class 8 that time, and I was just in my school that time. I was walking through the corridor, and there were 3 girls standing, and they were just like, "Doesn't Simran look pregnant?" Yes. I heard that, and when I heard that, I looked at my belly, and I'm like, shit, do I? And really, to be very honest, I didn't even know that time like how girls get pregnant, and it was just something that when girls get married they get pregnant. I didn't even know how babies come and everything. Like, I was so unaware of it. And in my time back then, obviously kids are too fast these days, back then I didn't know anything about it. Okay, so I was like really scared, like what did they mean? Okay, and I was too scared to tell my mom about this at home. What I did was I just stopped eating. I stopped eating, and that was worse, because then I lost like 15 kgs in like 2 months because there were summer holidays going on. I just stopped eating, used to eat very less. I lost 15 kgs in like 2 months and became 43 from 58. And when I went back to school, it was like Simran has become so thin, But I had become pale. I had subclinical thyroid. I lost my hair, a lot of my hair, and I was low on confidence, low on energy, and of course uh, my mental stability wasn't there that time, because I wasn't consuming enough food, and I was like totally. I used to just wait for people's opinion about myself. That was one incident like really did have a bad impact on my life and on my health. Okay, second thing that affected me was a relationship. Yes, it's a very private part of my life, and it's taken me a lot of courage to speak about it on a public platform, but I guess it's about being real, so I would just talk about it. I was in a relationship which like really mentally tortured me. I was like mentally tortured. I don't know it was unintentional or intentional, but I was. And I was so mentally tortured that I went to a psychiatrist. And that person doesn't even know that any of these things happened, and I was in depression. Because of the words that person used for me were like very bad. I was one failure in my life, and that person left me. and that failure was an exam failure. I just failed a CA exam, and you know how CA students must be knowing like how CA exams are. The passing percentage is like 6%, and it's okay if you fail. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. And he was so afraid of my failures that he left. And he was like, "I'm so ashamed of you." And and if you love someone and you hear all these words, that affect you like really, really badly. And there are a lot of things which I don't think so I can speak on a public platform, but this was the thing that affected me like really badly. And that person left, and it's been 4 years. I still don't know the reason why did the breakup happen. I'm still so clueless. But it's okay. He was like, "You can't do anything in life. You're such a loser. You won't be doing anything in life. No one loves you. No one will be with you and everything." And 3 years later, I'm an entrepreneur. And failing one exam didn't decide my life. I'm an entrepreneur, interviewed by magazines, interviewed by newspapers, and I'm like doing things which mostly people at my age are not doing. It's just because of these people who literally kicked me in life, out of their life basically, right? Third incident which had a major impact on me. I was working as a CA article, and I was used to be in office, and CA articleship is like basically learning. It's an internship in which you learn. Like I was in the audit field, okay, and you basically learn things from the start, because obviously we are very clueless. We were kids. We were clueless. So I was working, and that the boss told me that Simran, no one will keep you as a peon too because you're so useless in life. I was like, okay, and of course these words did hurt me like real bad, and I was like, what did I do? Because I'm here to learn. Of course I won't be doing things. And when I told her, because I once got frustrated and I thought of leaving that job. So I told her, "Ma'am, I really want to leave and I want to go into finance and everything." She was like, "Do you even know the F of finance? You're useless, you can't do anything." Those were her words. And now I am earning twice of what she's earning, and she's 33, I am 23. She's doing a job, I'm an entrepreneur. She is in the same job she was, or like she's in the same job for the past 6 years. I have discovered my own passion. So all these people underestimated so much that gave me a kick in life to do something. Okay. So these were my causes of depression, and these were just the basic things. Now I would talk about what I went through when I was in depression. Okay. So they were around for like a year or two, and because of the breakup, I was like really devastated, and I was like, every night I used to cry for like hours, because leaving a relationship, of leaving the person you really like, it's tough, and I'm a very sensitive person, so I did get hurt a lot. So for a period of 2 years, I really did cry a lot. Okay. Now situation is much better because I am a very positive person, but these situations did affect me a lot. So there was lack of sleep at night, but in the day I used to sleep for like 16 to 18 hours. Yes, I used to keep sleeping all the time because I didn't want to face the world. I used to sleep, I used to wake up with a sad mood, go to sleep with a sad mood, and that phase was like really bad. I did it for months, and it wasn't good. When I started discussing this with my friends, that I'm in depression and I really want to talk to someone and everything, few of them thought that I'm doing it just for attention, because there were times, okay, this happens when you're in depression, one of the symptoms. I was at a friend's birthday party and everyone's enjoying and having fun, and suddenly I see a tear drop from my left eye, and I was like, what's happening? Because I started crying without no reason. Depression has no reason. It can occur to anyone. I have a very good family. I have everything in life. I am like very blessed, but still depression hit me like real hard. And and I was crying, and few of my friends thought that I was doing it for attention, to seek attention. I don't know why did they think that way, but they did. And when I got to know this, I lost my friends too. So basically, I lost my friends, my real close friends. I lost my relationship, which I was in for 6 years. Yes, that's a huge time. And I lost my job. I was at home and still in depression. That phase was like really bad. And to be very honest, I didn't tell my family about it because I was like too scared to discuss all these things with my family, I should have, but I didn't, because I didn't know how everyone would take it. Because it's really hard to explain to people that you are in depression, because no one understands it. No one understands it. People will say that you will get over it, and that's one thing you really don't want to hear. I heard it a lot. I tried contacting people, I tried talking to them, but nothing really worked out. So I was going through this phase of depression, and it went on for a while, and I thought that it's high time I should do something about it, because having the same sort of life wasn't making me reach anywhere. So how I got over it, I just joined an activity which like really took my mind off it. And for me, that activity was going to the gym, working out. It could be any activity for you, but for me, working out became my life that time, because I used to only work out and wait to go to the gym, because that was the only escape, my escape from reality. And I still remember while running on the treadmill that time, when I was a beginner at the gym,